purpose why the neshama came into this world was levarer nefesh habahamis, to literally work with the nefesh habahamis, to train it, to refine it, to educate it, to work with it. So this brings us to a fourth step now. Okay, you with us? He asked, what do you gain by this knowledge? Number one, to be able to identify and to know that it's not all of you. That's a tremendous idea. Number two, I don't have to judge. I understand where it comes from, right? And I appreciate it. Number three, I can make a choice. Number four, and this is extremely valuable, is I come to realize that this is part of my purpose. Part of my purpose is to deal. I am married to this second soul. My two souls got married to each other because they're here to help each other. So you're like so upset about this voice. Instead of getting upset, why don't you just get to work? Instead of cultivate the opportunity that exists here. Cultivate the opportunity. And this is really the beginning of real transformation happens. You know how often couples, they get upset about the same things for 30, 40 years, and it's just like a knee-jerk reaction. Here she goes again. Here he goes again. They don't even have to say it. It's like that familiar face, Oh, here she goes again. It's like, and everyone puts on the gear and they get into they get into the mode of either offensive, defensive, isolation, aggression, go to sleep, run away from the house, it's time for mincha, whatever the mode is. I have to go to the Mashiach, whatever the mode is, but it's like, round up the usual suspects. Here we go again. It's that, going into that space, which essentially is a very profound form of victimhood. We are essential victims to that process, and we're familiar with the victimhood process. It's interesting, all the people here who are married are smiling, and the people that are bachrim don't know what I'm talking about. So, may it remain that way.
Reagan also said that about Jimmy Carter in the election. There he goes again. That was like the defining moment.
There he goes again, right?
It's a societal issue. That's exactly what's happening today in society with the whole concept of the victimhood and it's a big societal issue.
Yeah, right. So we just go into that place. But there's really, what if you could look at it differently? What if you could tell yourself, that part of my purpose in life is to be able to work this through. To be able actually to look at it, not run away, understand where it's coming from, see where the distortion happens in it and in me, and my response to it, and grow from this experience. What is the reason that this is the purpose? Well, in the case of the example I gave, because you happen to be married to this person for 50 years, it may be a good idea.
Understand what? That
So you don't have to put on you don't have to put on your army uniforms every time when it happens again.
Understand that.
And fight or flight.
What is the reason for it?
And in this case, it's because you can't even get divorced if you want to.
To achieve greatness.
Nefesh halakis and nefesh habahamis. It's not just to achieve greatness. This is the tachlis yiridus haneshama lo'olam hazeh. This is the tachlis of yiridus haneshama. To be able to identify the language of the animal soul and to work with it, to refine it, to be mevarer it.